What is going on, guys, gals, non-binary pals? It's your boy Artisan Kane, and we are getting ready for SPC Season 2, Week 1. We're playing against my best friend here, Mario, the coach of the College Station Good Bowl. Very hyped for this week. Not only are we starting off a new season, but we're facing off against a very familiar opponent, someone who we play against all the time, we theorem on with all the time. He's my team building partner, basically. Um, Played him in several leagues, but I've also known him for several years. We were even roommates in college, so uh, no stranger to Mario and his thinking as a coach, especially with draft leagues and things like that. So very excited about this week. So with that, we're gonna take a quick look at the team that we are bringing, what team Mario has, and all that good stuff. All right. So as you can see here, Mario has Dracovish, Zeraora, Tyranitar, Togekiss, Chandelure, Indeedee, Bronzong, Eldegoss, Garbodor, and Shedinja. So obviously, it's two S tier mons. Just looking at it right off the bat, you got the Dracovish and the Zeraora. Obviously, Dracovish, you need to have something that's going to be able to take those Vicious Wrens. Um, because he has it paired with T-Tar, you have that Sand Rush, so you have to keep that in mind. So it's not necessarily always going to be Strong Jaw. Obviously, Vicious Wren will still get that boost because of that speed. What else? Zeraora, super high speed tier, 143 base speed, I believe. But looking at the team, besides that Mon, the next fastest is Indeedee at base 95, and then it really goes off a cliff there. So we have a really good speed advantage. The only thing to keep in mind with the speed is going to be which Mon he's going to decide to bring as the Choice Scarf user. I think he's definitely going to need a Choice Scarf because of the speed tiers that we can see. More than likely, I think it's probably going to be Indeedee if he does bring Indeedee. And Indeedee wouldn't be a bad choice, especially since I've got Blacephalon there, right? I can't just freely fire off Shadow Balls. Um, and then what else? But Chandelure or Togekiss would also be good Scarf users to try to get hits off and compensate for the speed disparity, especially since my two Mons here, Weavile, Blacephalon, have a pretty high speed stat. Virizion also base 108, but not bringing it this week. Grass really doesn't do too much for us if you look at his team. So let's see what else. Bronzong, I definitely expect Bronzong in this matchup. The primary thing that keeps us from sweeping right off the bat with Dragonite. So we have to make sure we can deal with Bronzong. Eldegoss, Garbodor, and Shedinja, I don't anticipate, and he's probably going to bring one of the two between Chandelure and Indeedee. So from that, let's take a look at the Mons that we are bringing. Here we have our Showdown Team Builder, all that good stuff that we use for genning. We are bringing Choice Band Weavile. Pretty standard set. Knockoff Ice Shard, Triple Axle, and Low Kick. Obviously, the Ice Shard gives us that stab priority move, which is also then made stronger by the Choice Band. Low Kick is great for Tyranitar. Basically, Okos it. The problem is he might anticipate that, so I don't know if I'm going to actually be clicking Low Kick because something like Togekiss can come in pretty freely on it and just eat it. Or Bronzong or something like that. It can, they can eat those low kicks. We are adamant. Adamant max attack. 132 speed gives us enough speed to outspeed a timid Indeedee non-scarf. like I said, the non scarf is pretty important. If indeed he is scarf, then obviously it doesn't matter, um, because a knockoff will do massive damage to something like Indeedee. And what else? What else? If you look at his team, I mean, the dual stab coverage of Dark and Ice is really, really nice. Um, Knockoff isn't exactly free because he has mons like Togekiss that just kind of eat those up, especially if he brings a very bulky variety. And I can see that. I can see him bringing a Togekiss that's more of a utility mon, kind of helping keep some of his other mons alive. Uh, Things like that. And that's basically it for Weavile. I mean, like I said, it's a pretty standard Weavile set. You just click buttons with it and get kills. Revenge killing especially can be really nice if we can get Weavile in on something, get a move off on it, and just finish it off. Blacephalon, I really like this set. This Flame Charge set, I really do like. It gives us our dual stab with Flamethrower and Shadow Ball, but since we are boots, we don't have to worry about the rocks damage. But it also means that we're not being choice locked into something. That's something pretty important with the uh, Beast Boost mons like Blacephalon, like Kartana, Nihilego. Putting a scarf on it or specs or something like that is really good for it. But this flame charge set gives us that +1 in speed without forcing us to be pigeonholed into that one attack. That way we can get off a Shadow Ball, or we can get off a Flamethrower, or we can get off a Dark Pulse if we think the Indeedee is coming in or something like that, to try to call that bluff. Speed tier again, we basically uh, outspeed most things. Again, we need to be +1 in order to make sure that we're outspeeding things that are choice or things that are scarfed. So a lot of my calcs were done with that +1 speed in mind. If we can get off a free flame charge on something, and then on the switch, something switches in to that flame charge, we're already at that +1 speed, so we can get the ball rolling on doing big damage. Up next, we have Dragonite. Lefties D dance. I kind of went back and forth for a while on between lefties and safety goggles, but I don't think T-Tar this week brings Smooth Rock. I see it being a bulkier set, probably with a lot of defense investment, to make sure it can take things like my Weavile, hitting it with triple axles, stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we're D dance, dual wing beat for that stab cover. That's the stab move, and then EQ obviously hit just about everything really hard. And then Iron Head, we kind of have a little bit of wiggle room with that last move. We went with Iron Head just to make sure that we can hit Togekiss really hard, especially after +1/+1. Again, looking at this set, the main thing is that Bronzong, we need to deal with it before Dragonite can do, what it wants to do, dance and start killing things. So again, we have to deal with that before D-Knight can do what it wants to do. Looking at our last mons here, Toad obviously very important because he's got Dracovish. Rindo Berry keeps us from being totally obliterated by. He's got 3 mons that have Grass Knot, Zera, Togekiss, and Bronzong. I don't think Eldegoss is coming, so I'm not really too worried about that. But Rindo helps keep us alive from those Grass Knots. It turns a 2-hit KO into kind of a 3-hit KO. We have a little bit more defense. That's to keep us alive a little bit longer from like T-Tar, especially with our speed investment. Keeps us a little bit faster than T-Tar, assuming T-Tar is 0 speed. We are running Adamant this week. That's to give us a little more more emphasis on there. Um, Help us do a little bit more damage. Um, Rocks are going to be really nice if we can get rocks up. EQ and EQ going to be our primary stab move. Water really doesn't do too much if you look at his team. It really doesn't do too much for us. So I really didn't think we needed um, to bring a water coverage. And then infestation. Infestation, I think, can be really good in trying to trap a mon like Bronzong. So if Bronzong thinks it can switch in on Seismitoad, we can get off an infestation, get it stuck there, do pretty big damage to it, and then have it that turn after turn, a little bit of damage, and then we can switch in something else on it, and then just totally obliterate it with something like Blacephalon or something, you know. So that's kind of the plan with the infestation. Now, whether it works or not, it's whatever. It's kind of a little thing just to keep him on his toes, right? Like I said, we want to open up D Knight. We want to open up some of those other mons like Blacephalon. We've all coming in to do really hard damage. So these last three mons are kind of just the support to those first three. Next up is Corviknight. Pretty standard set, I think. Roost, Defog, Body Press, and U-Turn. Again, I kind of went back and forth on the items on this. I ended up with Helmet just to get a little bit more residual chip. But if I ended up with safety goggles on D-Knight, then I was going to put lefties on Corviknight. And again, it's just a really difficult mon to deal with. It's very, very difficult to knock out. We went max defense. Again, that's just to make sure that Dracovish can't just totally kill us. But he's got a zero aura, so Plasma Fist, it's not like we're taking, a bunch of Plasma Fists anyways, even if we were super Spadef invested. I would need to put, the Walken Berry on it or something if I wanted to do that. So, obviously, Corviknight's not going to be dealing with Zera Aura, but Corviknight makes it a lot more difficult for mons like Tyranitar to do what they want to do. Because we're not taking, that much damage from the dual stab. Obviously, we don't care about the ground moves for Corviknight either. And we don't take the sand chip because of our typing. And then finally, we have Sylveon. Kind of a little bit of tech on Sylveon, you could say. Endure Custap. That's mainly to make sure that we don't get totally swept by something. Especially something like Dracovish. If we, fumble the bag and we don't have Toad, and Dracovish starts getting on, Dracovish can get out of control really quick if he's just clicking Vicious Rend, with nothing to stop it. Sylveon kind of keeps that from happening with this set. Other thing to make sure with this set, obviously Endure will bring us down to 1 HP if everything works right. So if Sand is up, that'll actually kill us. So we have to keep that in mind before we do something like that. The rest of the set though is very, very support driven. If we're able to wish past something, awesome. Heal Bell keeps things healthy. Especially Dragonite. I don't want Dragonite to be paralyzed. Definitely don't want it to be burned. So we have to keep that in mind going forward. The EV spread on it, we have 12 EVs in speed, and that's just to outspeed zero speed T-Tar. Hyper Voice obviously is going to be our primary or our only damage dealing move. And then being modest gives us a little bit of boost to that Hyper Voice. That way we can hit things a little bit harder once that Custap goes off. We have just enough. We have enough EVs, and we're specifically modest to make sure that we can 100% of the time O-code Dracovish. If Dracovish is at 100%, and we hit it with Hyper Voice. That again, that's our emergency button. That's to make sure that worst comes to worst, we still have a way of dealing with that mod. Or if something happens and Togekiss is at plus whatever because it gets to nasty plot up or something, we don't deal with that properly in the battle. We can try to see what we can do to try to deal with it. Otherwise, just other things to do just to keep that in mind. Obviously, at that point, like, hyper voice isn't doing a bunch of damage to Togekiss anyways. But if it's low, and that's what we just need to knock it out that last little bit. That's kind of our emergency button. So those are the 6 mons that we're bringing. That's what we're facing here against College Station Good Bull. And coming right up, you'll see the battle. Thanks for watching so far, and here we go. What's going on, guys, gals, non-binary pals? Here we go. SPC Season 2, Week 1. Uh, Connecting here with Mario to get this started. Let's see. Black screen here making me a little bit nervous, but I've had a little bit of issues with getting land set up, so hopefully we get going here. Come on. All right, here we go. So we've got T-Tar lead, wants to get up the sand. I think I don't think it stays in, just fearing a body press. So I think we can U-turn pretty safely. Just get out of there, get some chip damage on it. Get in probably. Let me think. Like Weavile or even Toad wouldn't be bad. Ooh, Fire Blast! Jesus Christ! Yeah, we're not Spadef at all. Was not expecting a Fire Blast. That did 205. Let's see. Yeah, it did like 75%. So yeah, that's no bueno. So yeah, to Weavile we go. He does show lefties. Knock would be nice, but again, it welcomes in like Togekiss. So let's go for a triple axle here. That way we can get some damage on it. I think the calc against Togekiss was pretty nice with triple axle. I think even if it's super bulky, it still does. It still Okos. And of course, shit. I think it could be Scarf, so I don't want to stay in on it. Maybe it's Scarf or a Sphere or something. I think we just T-Wave. Okay, so he missed two. So that's not bad. We can get a Roost off, but having Corv paralyzed is not great because it limits what we can do. Oh, we get another miss. Air slash miss. We take those. So it's a pair flinch set, which is really annoying. But like I said, we don't want to get T-waved, but I'll take Corv being Thunder waved over something else. Because yeah, like any of those guys, I really don't want taking the T-wave. So we'll get the slow U-turn out. Okay, yeah, so he does connect. As long as we don't full para here, it's not a big deal. And of course, Storm size. Of course. Well, this is why we have Heal Bell on Sylveon. Like I said, Corviknight is mainly just to be annoying. It helps us get rid of rocks. We definitely don't want rocks going up and staying up. He's already shown Fire Blast, so I don't want to be taking that again. Um, U-turn. That's some nice chip. Uh, I think we go back out to Weavile here. Um, because uh, yeah, we go back out to Weavile. We click triple axle again. I know we revealed it last time, so like Bronzon could come in or something, but um, I think we just click triple axle again and just hope it connects, just to get some big damage off. Um, if we get all three here, it still does big damage. I just really need it to connect. Um, I don't remember triple axle's accuracy is not that bad, right? And we only get one. Yeah, it's only 90. Uh, so the free rocks not great, but we should be able. Let me see what's he at. Yeah, he's at about half. So triple axle should still kill. But again, we need all three to connect. We need to remember that rocks are up, so we do need Corviknight in to defog later. Um, we have boots on Blacephalon, but yeah, just do big damage. Come on, give me three. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we get all three. We got Tyranitar out of the way, which more importantly means that Sand is going to go away here in a few turns. That way, well, he probably wants to bring out Dracovish to try to get the most out of these last couple turns. Yeah, but I think Toad is a really obvious play here. So he's not clicking Rend. Um, I don't know if he clicks Outrage either because I've got Sylveon. Trying to think what else he might have. Crunch. Crunch is not doing that much to us. Super Fang. All right, we take those. So yeah, he did expect Toad to come in. That's fine. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay, so this triple axle should do a boatload to it. Give me number 3. There we go. Hell yes. So yeah, that's awesome. Um, it's basically dead. I think we just sack at this point. I don't want to get something else. Okay, so he does go for outrage. I didn't want to give something else big damage, especially since rocks are still up. So he's gonna go down to life orb damage anyways. Yeah. There was no need to give anything else big damage. Obviously, Sylveon would have been a nice play there, but because he obviously wasn't going to be clicking Super Fang again. But no, that's fine. I think we just go Blasef here. The main two things that were annoying to Blasef are gone. T-Tar being the resist, and then Dracovish being really offensive. So let's see. So Zera Aura. We don't take a knockoff very well. Um, yeah, no, that was a bad call on my end. Knock is going to be really. I think knock. Let me see. I think 100% of the time knock is an Oko. Because again, this a mon like Blasef is a real glass cannon. Let me see. Yeah, knockoff is like 125%. Um, so we need to get the hell out of there. Let's go Corv on the knock. Um, Yeah, so we use our helmet. We get a little bit of chip off. Obviously, you don't want to be staying in on this thing. Um, but that wasn't bandit damage either. So let's see. Oh, bulk up. Okay, sweet. Yeah, if he plasma fisted there, it would not have been good. Uh, bulk up is going to be very annoying. And the para. Uh, now we fog here. Um, yeah. Oh, she went for a second one. Um, so not great, but um, but we take that because let's see. Yeah, it's probably got grass knot for Toad, but at well, no, because grass knot is special anyways. Um, so basically, the question is, even if it is grass knot or whatever, uh, what, how bulky is it? EQ should do a nice amount, especially with the, let me see, offensive stealth rock. Earthquake. Yeah, Earthquake should potentially Oko. So he knocks. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. So Shuka is really nice. Not great. Um, because he can just click knock again. Um, and he goes drain punch. Okay, so bulk up, drain punch, knock off, and then he's got to have plasma fist. Or maybe he doesn't have plasma fist since he didn't show it against Corv. That doesn't really make too much sense though. Yeah, because it could have like play rough for Dragonite maybe. Anyways, let's go emergency button here. Like I said in the team build preview, Sylveon is just to make sure this thing doesn't just sweep. Now let's see if this works. No sand, so we can get the Endure off. Now the question is he going to call it? Because now we don't have any. Okay, let's go. Endured the hit. Hyper Voice should be able to do enough. Let's see if this works. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do enough damage. Do enough damage. There we go. Let's go, Sylveon. Cuss that. Let's go. Shout out to Dan, aka Lamar Smaxson, for giving me that idea. Um, like I said, it was kind of a thing for Dracovish, but since we already dealt with Dracovish, we just wanted to make sure we weren't swept by anything else. Um, Togekiss, yeah, Togekiss or Zong was pretty free. Um, now uh, I kind of want to heal Bell so I can get that paralysis away, but a wish would be nice too. This Hyper Voice isn't doing too much. Let's go for a wish, so we can heal ourselves up. I'm not too worried about what Togekiss can do to Sylveon. And I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, it all speed, but T-Wave again. So I definitely do need And of course, full para. Heal Bell would be nice. If we survive, that'll be really nice. And he prioritizes Roost. Okay, so that's good. Um, that's awesome, actually. Yeah, I was expecting to go down there. So this heal bell is really nice because it gets Corv out of the paralysis, which means we can roost with Corv later. Now he's probably just gonna knock us out now because he doesn't want me to do any other utility shenanigans. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Toja knocks down Sylveon, but let's see, he still got Zong. Um, who else did he have? Chandelure. So we still need to get rid of the rocks, right? Yeah. So a defog here is really nice. Um, I don't. Yeah, we don't go down to air slash. Again, just no flinching. Um, he's gonna go for T wave again. So no paralysis would be nice. That way we can get off this defog. That way, uh, Dragonite, Blacephalon, or yeah, Dragonite mainly doesn't have to worry about rocks. Obviously, Blacephalon is. Ooh, switch. Okay, that's nice. Zong, Chandelure. Yeah. So flamethrower, overheat, we get obliterated by it, but Corviknight did its job. Um, uh, Honestly, it could even go for a Shadow Ball, so I don't want to switch. I don't want to hard switch into. Yeah, I don't want to hard switch into anything. So we'll go U-turn. Roost would have been nice too, but like I said, I don't think we're surviving this anyways. If this thing is scarfed, also, uh, getting in Blacephalon really doesn't do anything for us because we're outsped. Um, we would need Blacephalon at +1 in order to make sure that we can deal with it. Yeah, overheat. That's to be expected. So Corviknight does go down. Like I said, Corviknight did do his job though. It got rid of the rocks. Um, that way, Dragonite here at the end is still looking really nice. Um, the main thing is though that Zong's still in the back. We have to go Dragonite here because if I go Blacephalon and that thing is Scarf, we lose. Let's get D-Dance up. Uh, he's still got Zong and something else. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. It's 100% Levitate. Um, Ironhead isn't doing jack. Dual Wing Beat's probably not doing much. Well, I mean, we can go for it just to see what he's gonna do, because otherwise, what he do? Well, he could have. No, yeah, he could go for a Will-O-Wisp. Now that I think about it, I think it gets Will-O-Wisp. Toxic. Yeah, no, it doesn't get Will-O-Wisp. Which is actually awesome because I will 100% take Toxic over being burned. So now we can go Blacephalon. Um, Now here's the question: if we Flame Charge and he switches in, no, he wouldn't switch in Chandelure because then that he's switching into an Oko. So I can get off. Yeah, well, Shadow Ball Okos. Um, yeah, if he switches, then that'll obliterate it. Let's go. Yeah, let's go for the Shadow Ball. That way we can get our Beast Boost. And at this point, he probably thinks we're scarfed too. So he might not want to switch in. Yeah, so he's probably not going to want to switch in Chandelure on it, which is fine. Um, because I think flamethrower does more. I don't remember. I don't remember the calc, but I think flamethrower does a little bit more. What's the base? Plus F. Yeah, because flamethrower is base 90. Okay. So now we did reveal that we are not Scarf. So paralysis is half of our speed. Flame charge puts us at +1. Just please no paraflinch. Oh Jesus. Crit. Okay, so we're at +1, but we're still half, so that's 0.75. Yeah, we just have to click Shadow Ball and hope that we don't para. Let's go. Okay. So now, if it is Scarfed, it'll outspeed and knock us out, but Dragonite has EQ, so it'll OHKO. If it is not, then Blacephalon wraps it up here. Hex. Oh, that's nice. Oh, but he's got Toxic on my Dragonite too. We're almost at full, but our multi-scale is broken. I think we have enough bulk. Because if it specs, it's going to probably kill, though. But it's Scarf. It shouldn't kill. Yes. Yeah, if it was specs, it killed, but we would have outsped anyways if it was specs. Let's go. Okay, awesome. All right, 1-0. We start with a big win against Mario. Thanks for watching, y'all. That was a lot of fun. And starting off the season with a big 1-0 victory against my good friend Mario. Thanks for watching. Peace.